The movie opens with a teenage boy named Insu riding a late-night train while still wearing his school uniform. He is engrossed in sketching a picture of his mother while speaking with her on the phone. On the one hand, Insu clutches a peculiar beaded necklace featuring a metal disc in the center. Their conversation reveals that he hasn't seen his mother in a while, and he has a history of struggling to connect with kids his age. Despite his past, Insu reassures his mother that he's doing fine and avoiding trouble with other kids at school. He informs her that he no longer seeks out ghosts and even claims that he wouldn't be scared if he encountered one. While engrossed in his conversation, Insu briefly shifts his attention to a distraught drunk girl on the other side of the train car. She engages in a loud argument over the phone, evidently distressed. As the train approaches its destination, Insu finishes his call, and that's when he notices something unsettling. The disc on his necklace is rapidly turning. This eerie occurrence sends a shiver down his spine. When he glances at the drunk girl again, he sees a long-haired ghost whispering in her ear. Shortly after, 3 of Insu's schoolmates board the train and begin taunting him. He visibly flinches when they mock him for his supposed ability to see ghosts. His reputation as a ghost seer has made it difficult for him to connect with others, causing him to transfer schools frequently. Insu attempts to deny their claims and is particularly worried about the female ghost overhearing. The train comes to an abrupt halt, and Insu's schoolmates and the drunk girl depart, leaving him alone with the female ghost in the train car. A shiver runs down his spine, and when he looks up, the ghost is right in front of him. Insu is deeply shaken. As Insu walks home from the station, he clutches the necklace in front of him, using it as a paranormal detector. He initially believes no ghosts have followed him home. However, his relief is short-lived as he soon realizes that the same ghost from the train is now seated on his shoulders, imploring him for help. As dawn breaks, a team of police officers discovers the body of the female ghost in a deserted area, thanks to the tip provided by Insu under the guidance of the ghost. However, the ghost is unprepared to confront her own deceased body, and she lets out a wailing cry, overwhelmed by the pain and grief that experiencing a ghost's emotions brings. Insu calls his unconventional uncle, who also possesses the ability to see ghosts. He expresses his desire to live with him, believing that they can better understand and help each other. His uncle warns him against this decision, pointing out that 2 individuals with this unique ability could attract an excessive amount of paranormal activity. Yet, Insu is determined to embrace his gift and the challenges that come with it. Upon arriving at his uncle's place, Insu notices a mysterious girl at the bus station, but he chooses to act like he doesn't notice her. Finally, he arrives at his uncle's small townhouse, surrounded by talismans meant to ward off evil spirits, highlighting their family's supernatural connections. The necklace he wears once belonged to his renowned exorcist great-grandfather, whose photo is displayed on the porch. Insu learns that his uncle suffers from agoraphobia, stemming from his ability to attract ghosts, and his past experiences have fueled this fear. Insu has transferred to a school in the town to find acceptance among the living and the deceased. On his first day, the teacher warns his classmates to be kind to him, but a group of bullies led by Miss Bully claims Insu's attention. He remains unresponsive to her advances. During class, Insu witnesses a chilling sight, a bloody hand pressed against the classroom window. His uncle explains that this signifies a gruesome death for the ghost. The following day, Insu finds a peaceful spot during lunch break to sketch a blind woman and a ghostly dog that only he can see. The enigmatic girl he noticed on his first day appears before him, revealing her spectral nature. Insu initially tries to ignore her, but she quickly discerns his unique ability. Later on, 2 of Miss Bully's friends, Bully Chul and Bully Key, approach Insu and lead him to a more secluded section of the park. They are upset about him stealing Ms. Bully's affections, but Insu clarifies that he has no interest in her. This declaration infuriates Bully Chul, who proceeds to physically assault Insu, revealing that he and Insu had attended elementary school together. He recalls Insu's unusual fixation on a missing classmate named A Young during their elementary school years, a detail that raises questions about Insu's past. A flashback unfolds, revealing that many years ago, a young girl named Young went missing, and Insu began seeing her ghost. Young's spirit persistently claimed that she had drowned, and Insu courageously reported the location of her body to the authorities. These events from their shared past have resurfaced in Bully Chul's memory, and he uses this knowledge as leverage against Insu. He threatens to expose Insu's ability to the entire school unless he stays away from Ms. Bully. That night, an unsettling event takes place in an abandoned shed when an unidentified person brutally slaughters a dog. The dog's collar and a photograph of a young student are found nearby. The following day, a student named Bully's son, whose image was in the picture, walks home from school. She becomes unnerved by an eerie sensation that someone is watching her. While talking to her mother on the phone, she expresses her concern about her missing dog. Shortly afterward, Ms. Bully and another bully confront her in a seemingly playful manner. However, Bully's son is far from amused. Upon returning home, she hears a loud noise and investigates its source, only to find a small plastic bag hanging from her ceiling. The bag suddenly bursts, showering her with blood. In a state of panic, Bully's son rushes to the sink to wash off the blood, grabbing a knife to protect herself. It is then that she sees the ghost of a girl named Seiki and frantically calls her friend. However, someone comes up behind Bully's son and forcibly closes the door, leaving her trapped inside. Back at school, Ms. Bully confides in her friend, sharing her concerns that Bully's son may have run away from home again. Meanwhile, Insu has another encounter with the school world ghost, who witnesses Bully Troll bullying another student on the soccer field. She questions Insu about his reluctance to intervene against the bullies. Suddenly, the school world ghost abruptly stands up and mentions the presence of an entity known as the Mask nearby, causing her to flee in fear. In another part of town, Bully Sung is bound and gagged, her cries of terror echoing through the night. That evening, Insu confides in his uncle about his past regrets regarding bullies and his role in helping identify Young's killer. His uncle assures him that he did his best as a child, despite facing ostracism for what he knew. Insu confesses to the school world ghost that he failed to reveal Young's killer when she disclosed it to him due to fear. Now, he gathers the courage to apologize to Young's father and is reassured that sharing the location of their daughter's body was a significant contribution to their quest for closure. After Insu apologizes to Young's father and watches Young's ghost disappear into the afterlife, he finally finds the peace he has been yearning for. As time passes, Insu and the schoolgirl spend more time together, and their relationship takes on a romantic dimension. Their connection deepens, leading to the blossoming of romantic feelings between them. One day at school, Insu summoned the courage to stand up to Ms. Bully and intervene to stop her from bullying one of their classmates. His newfound assertiveness represents a significant turning point. Simultaneously, Uncle is shadowed by the silent ghost of a woman who remains cryptic about her unfinished business and life. She refuses to provide any information, leaving Uncle in a state of mystery and uncertainty. Insu is trying to find out who the Mask Girl is. The school world ghost tells him that the Mask Girl is Sei-hee. At night, Bully's friend Bolanara sneaks into school to get her phone back but is killed by the mask. She also sees Sei-hee and gets scared. The Mask Girl also eliminates Bully Ki. The next day, the school is worried because students are disappearing. Ms. Bully gets a message from Bully Nara, which makes her uneasy, and she stops talking to Insu about Sei-hee. Later, Insu gets a picture of Sei-hee and asks the school world ghost for more information. The ghost explains why Sei-hee died and why she's now a vengeful spirit with a mask. In a big confrontation, Insu accuses Ms. Bully and Bully Chul of being responsible for what happened to Sei-hee and warns them that she'll seek revenge. Overwhelmed by guilt and her conscience gnawing at her, Ms. Bully confides in Bully Chul about her theory regarding the killer. She shows him a picture on her phone that depicts the murderer alongside one of the missing girls. She believes that Sei-hee's father is responsible for the deaths of their friends as an act of revenge for what they did to his daughter. Ms. Bully recalls the anger she saw in his eyes during the funeral. Driven by this theory, Ms. Bully and Bully Chul devise a plan to confront Sei-hee's father at his house after learning about what Insu discovered. However, Uncle speculates that the mask might be a manifestation of a split personality ghost resulting from the traumatic death. Insu receives a message from Ms. Bully, requesting his presence at Sei-hee's father's house. Despite Uncle's warning, he is determined to help. Uncle gives Insu one of their great-grandfather's exorcism daggers for protection. Ms. Bully and Bully Chul enter the shed on Sei-hee's dad's property. It's pitch dark, and the door locks behind them. They glimpse fleeting images of the mask in their flashlight beams as Sei-hee's father approaches and kills Bully Chul. Ms. Bully faces Sei-hee's horrifying masked father, who ultimately kills her too. Insu arrives at the shed too late, witnessing Sei-hee's father leaving with an empty expression on his face. When he enters the shed, he's horrified by the gruesome sight of his classmates' lifeless bodies. He approaches a closet, opens it, and discovers the corpse of the mask. The shocking truth is unveiled. Se-hee is the schoolgirl ghost he had befriended, and Se-hee and the mask are the same. A series of flashbacks reveals the tragic sequence of events that led to Se-hee's torment. Se-hee had anonymously reported Ms. Bully to the school administrators for bullying, leading to retaliation from Ms. Bully and her fellow bullies. They subjected Se-hee to relentless physical and emotional abuse, including burning her with a lighter and forcibly cutting her hair. Ultimately, Ms. Bully ordered Se-hee to wear a white mask at all times, threatening that she would die if she didn't comply. As days pass, Se-hee's torment at the hands of Ms. Bully and her friends worsens. Se-hee's father considers going to the police, but Se-hee begs him not to act, fearing more retaliation. Unable to endure the torment, Se-hee takes her own life, her spirit splitting into two, the gentle Se-hee and the vengeful mask. Se-hee's presence possesses her father, who commits the killings, while the mask torments the bullies. She then possesses the teacher, cutting power and locking classmates in. Insu learns of the mask's plan and contacts his uncle, who can banish a ghost to the afterlife. Insu arrives at the school and tries to reason with the mask, but she's about to set the room on fire. Se-hee's gentle spirit re-emerges to stop the mask, but the mask overpowers her, causing her to vanish. Meanwhile, Uncle reaches the shed, wearing their great-grandfather's exorcism paraphernalia. He seizes Se-hee's slumbering spirit and proceeds to perform the ritual, utilizing the great-grandfather's sword. Back at the school, the mask possesses one of the students, but Insu is uncertain who is the vessel for the mask. He employs his necklace, which starts vibrating and pointing to the possessed student, much like a GPS ghost detector. The mask reveals herself, and a tense standoff ensues. Insu confronts the mask, showing her a sketchbook that unearths a long-buried memory from their elementary school days. He recalls being bullied by a group of boys, and a young Se-hee had come to his defense, reminding him to be strong. This sparks the reappearance of good-hearted Se-hee's spirit, but it's a ruse, and the mask regains control. Simultaneously, Uncle completes the ritual by plunging the sword into Se-hee's body, while Insu uses the great-grandfather's dagger to pierce the mask. Years pass, and the local school transforms into a violence-free environment. Insu embarks on a journey to become a teacher. The movie concludes with his first day at the same high school, where a ghostly student begins to slowly approach him, signifying that his exorcism tasks are far from over.